Hey everybody, welcome to Rock and Pop Mandolin, your site for learning classic rock and pop songs on this lovely little 8-stringed instrument. My name's Mike DeJong and we're taking you back to the 1960s once again in this video for a classic song by Wilson Pickett called Mustang Sally. Now I have to change the name of this a little bit for my mother, whose name is Sally, so we'll call it Nissan Sally from now on because that's what she drives. She doesn't have a Mustang. But anyway, it's a great song, and it's a lot of fun to play on the mandolin. Of course, it's been covered a few times over the years as well. I know Buddy Guy did a version of this song, too. It's a little bit different. I'm going to show you the Wilson Pickett version from the mid-60s to play on the mandolin, all right? But first, if you're new here, thanks very much for checking us out, but don't hesitate to hit that little red subscriber button down there in the lower right corner of your screen. That really helps this channel to continue to grow. Also, if you are a returning subscriber, thanks very much for coming back, but don't hesitate to hit all those links down below because some of them can help your mandolin playing, including the link to my Rock and Pop Mandolin video series. Those video lessons are still only $29.99. The link is below. You can also go to my Patreon page if you're looking for tab for this song and about 150 other rock and pop songs. There's jazz songs there as well and Christmas tunes. All of the tab for mandolin over on my Patreon page for Rock and Pop Mandolin. The link is below. Also below, links for Sweetwater and Amazon, my affiliates, and for the Johansson mandolin if you want to pick up one of these fine instruments. But that's enough business. Let's take a look at Nissan Sally, or at least Mustang Sally, mandolin version here on RPM. All right, so this song is in the key of C, and it basically employs just a few chords for you, but a few chord extensions that you might not be familiar with on the mandolin, so I'm going to show you those. These are classic blues sort of patterns, and I'm going to show you this song without using my beat buddy here. I'll just show you the chords, all right? So the beginning starts with a C chord. It goes... All right, and basically, I'm combining two guitar parts here. The original version by Wilson Pickett had two guitar parts, and so they're doing different things. I'm going to kind of combine them here for you, and well, hopefully that'll work on the mandolin. So we're starting with this C chord here, which is 5th fret of your G string and 5th fret of the D, and I'm basically just concentrating on those two strings, all right? I'm not worrying about these other two, so try to just pluck those two strings here, the two at the 5th fret, and you can just bar it with your first finger. Just put your first finger down and bar those two frets there at the 5th, and just go like that. So you're going... Okay, so I'm going all downstrokes here. Can you see that? All right, all down, 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 down. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, and so as I'm doing that, I'm pulling in a couple of other fingers on the D string here. All right, so I'm going... Okay, so I'm going to the 7th fret, 8th fret, 7th fret, and 5, all the while just downstrumming, like that. Okay, so it's... So you can do this. Or you can just do... You can do either way. I'm not quite sure what the guitarist does in the original track there, but he's doing something like that, which is a sort of a conventional bluesy shuffle pattern. All right, so, and then that's what the one guitar is doing. And actually the one guitar is sliding into that too. He's going... He's sliding in from one fret below that C. So from the 4th to the 5th there. Like that. Okay, and then the other guitar is doing a part like this, right? Like that. So I'm combining those two parts. So what's that? Well, that's a 3rd fret here on your G string. So the first time, just go, so you're just going 3rd, 3rd, 5, right? And then the next time you can do this, you can drop down to that open G. So 3rd, open, 3rd, 5. Okay, so that's the second guitar. Now, the way I'm combining them is like this. I'm going... So I'm combining that first note from the first guitar and then sliding that in for the second guitar part and then doing this. Okay, so I'll show you how that works. Here we go. See? Like that. All right, next you're sliding up to here, which is the 10th fret of your G and 10th fret of your D. Again, I'm just utilizing those two strings, so... Okay, and again, I'm using my third and fourth fingers here to get a bluesy shuffle pattern, so I'm going all downstrokes again. So this time I'm bringing in the third finger on the 12th fret of the D, and then the pinky on the 13th fret of the D. So, and back to the 10s, right? Right, just like that. So, okay, and that chord is actually an F chord, right? It's an F chord, but it's played up here rather than here. So let's do that pattern again from the C. Right? And you can do a similar thing here. You can go from the 8, slide 9, 10, like that, like I did down on the C, right? So, and then I go, so I'm going 8 and slide back into that C pattern on the 5th fret again. So one more time all the way through. I'll play it with the beat buddy here to give you some rhythm. See? Okay, so there you go. That's the main pattern of the song. Now, the final part that you need to learn is when they go to the... like that, right? So what's that? Okay, well, you can play it two ways. I'm playing a G7 chord here. All right, and then I'm moving down to an F7 chord. You could just play a conventional G chord as well, like that. Okay, but I like the sound of that G7, like that. So what's the G7? Well, it's the 4th fret here of your G string, and then the 3rd fret of the D, and the 5th fret of your A. So... like that. That's a G7 chord. The conventional G chord is 4th, 5, 5. So, see? Like that. The G7 employs that 7th note of the scale. So, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then... so I'm just shifting that whole configuration down a couple of frets. So I'm going... so the second little passing chord there is here. It's an F sharp 7. So that's the 3rd fret here, 2nd fret there, and 4th fret. 3rd, 2nd, 4th. And you're ending up on an F7, which is 2nd fret, 1st fret, 3rd fret. Right? So you're going G7. And just once on that F. Like that. Now you can also just do it... you can skip the middle chord there. You can skip the F sharp, but I like to do that. I think that's what happens on the original track, all right? So one more time, let's play all the way through the whole pattern just so you can see how it goes. Here we go. Now we're going to the F. Back to the C. G7. And then back to... okay, there's one other part in the song that just basically uses the main chords. Ride, Sally, ride, right? All you got to do is ride around Sally, ride. right? And then he's going, all you gotta do is ride around Sally, ride, right? That's the F chord. All right, and you could utilize fuller chords for this part. You could use 5th, 5th, 7 there for your C chord. Now I'm playing those 3 strings. Then here, it's 10, 10, 12 on the A, right? For that's an F chord, so all you gotta do is ride around Sally, ride, right that. And then here, ride around, ride, Sally, ride. Okay, on the F chord and the same. And basically it's just the 1 chord in. Again, I'm using downstrokes for this pattern. All right, that's it. That is Mustang Sally or Nissan Sally or whatever you drive. Mandolin lesson. I hope you enjoyed that. It's a pretty easy song and it's a lot of fun to play, especially if you're jamming on it with other musicians or even a Beat Buddy rhythm program. It's a lot of fun to play. Thanks very much for tuning into this lesson once again. Don't hesitate to hit that subscriber button and give us a like if you like this video as well. Thanks very much for watching. RPM.